Brexit left a sour taste in the mouths of some European leaders, including former French President François Hollande, who warned the UK must pay a price for leaving the EU. Brexit tensions between France and the UK have persisted since the 2016 referendum, and haven't waned despite a trade deal being reached between Brussels and London. When the deal was eventually secured, the French President Emmanuel Macron claimed Brexit was built on lies. He said, "The United Kingdom remains our neighbor, but also our friend and ally. This choice to leave Europe, this Brexit, was the child of the European malaise and of many lies and false promises." His predecessor, François Hollande, took a similarly dismissive stance on Brexit, demanding that the UK pay a price for leaving the EU. Mr. Hollande's comments came in October 2016 as then Prime Minister Theresa May prepared for withdrawal negotiations with Brussels. The former French president said, "The UK has decided to do a Brexit. Well, then we must go all the way through the UK's willingness to leave the EU. We have to have this firmness. If not, we would jeopardize the fundamental principles of the EU. Other countries would want to leave the EU to get the supposed advantages without the obligations. There must be a threat, there must be a risk, there must be a price. Otherwise we will be in a negotiation that cannot end well." German Chancellor Angela Merkel also voiced a hardened position following the referendum, warning European business not to press for comfortable deals in the Brexit negotiations that could undermine basic single market principles, such as freedom of movement. The Brexit process only grew increasingly hostile throughout the years of negotiations. France also warned that the UK must not be better off outside the EU, including in June when this sentiment was delivered by Mr. Macron's allies to leaders in Brussels. Jean-Pierre Pont, a member of parliament for Mr. Macron's party who represents the town of Boulogne on the English Channel, said, "The European Union must continue to guarantee that fishing won't be sacrificed to save other sectors. The government must stay as firm as possible. Britain can't be better off outside than inside." This approach was also advocated for by French lawmakers in 2017, as a report suggested the UK must not have privileged access to EU markets. The French Senate vowed that the UK must not be allowed to leave the EU in a better off position than it was as a member state, and if necessary a withdrawal without an agreement had to be considered. It also described a speech by former Prime Minister Theresa May as "mixture of veiled threats and pledges of goodwill."